Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 2 of Follow a Sketch February. A hop started by Scrapping Reflections. And this is our sketch and it is by 49 and Market. And it is just 2 simple pictures and a bunch of mixed media, some frames and layers. And so that is my plan. I have these 2 pictures of turkey. It's my sister cutting up the turkey or getting ready to, and then the turkey. And then I have this little stamp set I got off Amazon. I thought that it was exactly what that looked like, was like some stitching. And I'm going to use the Rustic Wilderness for that, as well as some black soot. And then for the mixed media in the middle, I've got carved pumpkin, wild honey, and distress spray stain and barn door. And then afterwards, off camera, which because I forget, I add some Chroma Mist ornament gold. So I'm just using up more stash. I am on a mission, you all, to narrow down my stash, especially my Christmas stuff. I got a lot of old things and a lot of scraps. These are all cut aparts and a scrap paper. I would love to use all or most of this up, and some old stickers and embellishments that are quite a few years old. So I'm hoping I can get some of that done and used up as well. I have an off-white piece of paper for my base. And so I've got my paper, my embellishments, my mixed media, my pictures, and of course the sketch by 49 and Market. So let's see how this goes. So I start off by using the Distress Spray Stain barn door, and I just put some on a package and I'm going to pull it across because I don't want it to be big splotches, because red always looks like blood. And so that's why I didn't really want to do too much splattering. I wanted it to be more of this swipey feeling instead of like the big blobs, because I don't want it to look like the turkey died on my paper. So I'm just pulling that in different places, and then I add the wild honey and the carved pumpkin, and then I'm going to take a paper towel and just roll that over it so that it doesn't saturate completely, and so that I can go ahead, pull out my Rustic Wilderness and one of the stamps and start going crisscross from one side to the other. And I do re-ink my stamp to finish it off, and I'm going to do 3 strips of this kind of like a barbed wire almost. It looked very similar to what was in the sketch. And then I'm going to exchange that out after I do that and use some black soot and a different one of the stamps. So I love these because I don't do a whole lot of stitching. But I love the look of it. So this is a really good way to do that. And I've seen a lot of people use stamps to add the stitching or pin stitching. And I just love that. Now, in the end, my pictures are a little bigger than anticipated, so you don't see a whole lot of it, but I'm okay with that. Is it my favoriteest layout that I've ever created? No. So I'm going to gut this right here. It is a cut apart that says something like "Meet me under the mistletoe." And so I'm going to gut that so I can frame my mat my picture. And my mat has a gold border around it, or, is around the picture. And so I'm going to put that over here. Now, this is part of why my picture is so much, my layout is so much different than in the sketch. It looks like it's got a 2x2 as that second picture, and mine is a 3x4. Now, I could have reprinted it in a smaller picture, but why do I want to waste my picture paper and my ink? And then have this picture of a turkey? What would I do with that? I did consider having it coming off the page and then cutting part of it off, but I just didn't really like that idea either. So I just went with it, you all. Had I not done as many layers on the other picture, maybe it wouldn't be that big, that small of a space between the two. But in the end, I like the way it turned out. I got a lot of stash used up, And I got another moment documented from 2022's Christmas meal. So this is a frame from one of those 8 by 10 or 8 by 11 papers. And I have had these a long time, and I think I got them off Facebook Marketplace. So they're pretty old. The back of the paper it's on is yellow. I feel like that says something. So I just cut this into 2 L's, and I took the other strip of it and I'm going to add it to this Mad Stack layer of picked papers, just to bring that same pattern, that little red and white stripe, over to the left side of the layout. So I trimmed that picture and it perfectly fit in that Deck the Halls. I could let you all believe that I measured and did that on purpose. I did not. It was just luck, honestly. So now I am going to faff around with these papers because I really want to use them all, but I don't want a bunch of red on red, so I'm trying to figure that out. So I am going to mess around with them, and then I cut out a bunch because I think I messed around with them and tried different things, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes or something. It's crazy. So anyway, I put this black border. This is the one that I fussy cut off of the, or I gutted for that matte over on the other picture. So it brings that same black and gold over. And then I just layered 3 different cut aparts underneath there, as well as a small scrap of paper from that bigger piece that I had in the beginning. And then I decided I'm going to add one more frame under here and just kind of tuck it underneath, to where you can tell it's a frame because it's peeking out, but it's not too in your face, taking up too much space. So see, the very small amount of space between my 2 pictures is significant compared to the other one. But like I said, I'm okay with that. I got one more of the little frame border things off of there, and I'm going to tuck it in over here. The layout does not call for another one. There is like a strip of paper or something over there, but I just, like I said, want to use these. I like the look of the little frames. I just pulled a bunch of frames. I just went through all of my Christmas stash, my old, not like my collections, but like my old stash that I've had for a long time and have been building. And I took out a bunch of stuff, like a huge gallon bag full of stash that I think I got from the marketplace in a container that I wanted the container, and it was just a bonus that had stuff in it. And I've used quite a bit, like almost all the paper, but there were a bunch of like chipboard things and stickers and embellishments and stuff, and I took some of them out, but I'm not using them, and I want to get the stuff that I'm not using out of there. And if it's something I look at and say, I'm not going to even use that on, on a card or something, then I'm going to get rid of it. And that is what I did. I also pulled these 2 little embellishments out, which are also super old, and added those in as a little extra something. There's not really any embellishing going on in the sketch, so it is up to your interpretation. And so I just added those for a little pop of green because I don't have a lot of green on here intentionally. I was doing mostly the reds. I was kind of going with the red, orange, and yellow because of the turkey. Kind of made me think of fall. And so that's why I went with those colors initially, but added the green in with the stamping. Pulled out one of my thickers and used the word good. And then in that same collection, I used this little gold string. It had little gold balls all the way up and down it. And I thought that would add that same gold over here to the left side. And then I pulled out this My Mind's Eye Yes Please by Jen Allison, and it has 6 sticker sheets in it, and I got it from Peacecraft Love in an embellishment box, and I love it because it's black and gold and off-white, but I haven't used a lot of the alphas because they're like little tiles, so I decided to use the tile alphas to finish my title up, and added the words hey and looking. So now it says hey good looking, and was about to put everything away and decided I had everything I needed in the black to spell the word turkey. So the official title is Hey Good Looking Turkey. And so I love that. A lot of times when you get to a certain point, you don't have the alphas that you need, and I do have a lot of alphas in my stash, like thickers and things like that, Sticko, like the foam ones or the thickers, but if I can use these up because they're a little bit older, I would definitely love that. They're from 2016. So, yay. So I got those used up. I pulled one label out, and I'm going to tuck that between that red that red border right there, and then the little, I think it was like an off-white border or tan. And so it just gives it a little pop of that gold. And so now I am done, and I'm going to show you all the sketch again. Like I said, is it my favorite layout I've ever done? No, but I do like the way that it turned out, and I do go in later and add Brutus Monroe's Chroma Mist in Ornament Gold, just a little splattering, and it's not like bold in your face. But this page is heavy because of all the layers. But that's okay, because I got some stash used up, I got some scraps used up, and I got another memory documented for 2022. So I am very excited about all of that. So now I hope you all will go and check out. I think you can just go to hashtag FA SF23, and you can always go to Scrapping Reflections on Facebook. There are all the sketches are there, and a lot of us are posting our layouts as well. I hope you all have a great day. See you tomorrow, and happy scrapping.